Dan, let's check out these guitars.
Oh, this long walk, I'm so glad that I don't have a hard case to carry.
Oh man, me too. Although, I don't know.
I think that's going to be a controversial point for people.
I was going to say, I'm not sure what the consensus is online.
If Andy was here, he would hate it.
Yeah, maybe, but he loves a gig bag as well.
Loves a gig bag, uses a gig bag, but when a guitar comes at a certain price point, expect the tools that he expects to come with it.
If you guys have read the title or the thumbnail, you probably already know what this review is of. So you may be shocked to see these in these basic Fender cases. I'm not going to lie, when I took it out of the box, I was expecting like one of those semi-rigid Fender cases that you get like the Acoustasonics in. Not one of these standard kind of Mexican
classic Fender classic. Goes with the title, classic Fender gig bag.
Not very padded, pretty terrible fit, but nonetheless, let's move on from the gig bag and see what we've got in here.
These are the new Fender Professional Classic Series Strat and Tele.
Yeah, I've got the beautiful Strat here in one of my favourite colour combos of all time. Sherwood green and a tortoiseshell guard. Cream plastics, rosewood board. It doesn't get any better, to be honest with you. Also, we've got a Sherwood green Strat behind us here. And if I held them side by side, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but they're very close in finish. But I would say this has a little hint of blue to it. A little bit like that ocean turquoise colour they did, but it is on the green spectrum. It's a really nice guitar. Shall we see what these things sound like? And then maybe we'll chat you guys through some of the specs, a little bit of the tones that they can do.
What should we say? FCG?
Let's give it a go.
So I'm playing through a fractal with the standard bog standard orange preset that comes on here.
Nice. I got a Kemper with a little mattress tone.
Nice. Right. FCG. What chord did you end on there?
G.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, look at us. We're like professionals.
Yeah, I'm thrown off a little bit because something I noticed there.
Go on.
Straight away on this is that my tuner says I'm in tune, but
yeah, it's going a bit sharp there.
That like way sharp. Look at that tuner behind you. That's nearly going up to G sharp.
Somewhere between, isn't it?
So cool guitar. Definitely feels really. This instantly feels like a good old, and it's in the title, classic. This feels like a good old classic. No frills, American standard Telecaster.
100% in agreement with the Strat as well. The neck shape, it's like that classic early 2000s thin C shape. You can
Generic. Just generic.
Yeah,
There's nothing impolite about this.
No, but there's nothing else like it either.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you've picked up an old USA Standard, like the necks are just like wafer thin and you can just wrap your hand around them. They're comfortable to play. Yeah, man, this is awesome. I'll tell you what, the biggest highlight for me from just even checking this out before we started and playing it now, couple of nice touches of the staggered tuners, vintage style but staggered tuners. That obviously makes the break angle really nice on the nut here. The fretboard's nice. The frets could be polished better. There's no doubt about it. They are, to be honest, they're almost like they've still got like compound left on them. It's not perfect, but they're okay. But the pickups are where this thing shines, right? I'll dial you guys quickly through the tones. So I've got quite a gaily tone here, but check out the bridge. So it's not got tons of bottom end, but it's not weedy. Then that second position there, we kind of got a bit of a funky thing going on if we clean it up. Middle, which is just one of my favorite places for some big chords. Little fourth position, which is a lot of people's favorites. And a neck, which is kind of where I live. The pickups are insanely good.
What are they?
They are the Coastline 57s. So 50 that is right in my era, to be fair. I love a 50 Strat. Any 50s reissues or anything. I love these sort of lower wound pickups, bit lower output. Yeah.
I got Coastline 63s in mind, so still around that classic era of Fender. Obviously that's a mid-gain sound. Cleans up really nicely, doesn't sound spiky.
Didn't sound spiky even when you had the volume all up.
Yeah.
Really smooth.
Funky in-between tone.
Yeah, good in-between tone.
Nice,
I
like
this.
you dig in on the bridge. Little bit of breakup there, middle. Just really compressed sounding, nice and funky, nice and spongy.
Quintessential Tele sound, that.
Neck pickup. Yeah.
Amazing, man. It sounds really good. I'll tell you what, like, my favourite thing about these new Fenders, and the reason we've got the Sherwood Green Strat and this, what's it called?
It's like faded black.
Faded black, yeah. Finish, is because I was so excited to see some Fenders in a normal lineup in all the colours that I think are like dream colours.
Yeah.
Because like you just don't see Sherwood Green. They did it on some anniversary reissues. They've obviously done it on custom shop stuff. But, you know, it's not like you can go out and get an American Professional, 2 or something, or even 1, in Sherwood Green unless they did a limited run. I love this colour and I love that colour.
Yeah, so in the photos when we saw this, and I saw faded black, I was like, well, that just looks like charcoal frost metallic, which is one of my favourite old school American Standard colours. In the flesh, for those of you that are wondering, this is nothing like charcoal frost metallic. It's a flat color. There's no like sparkle to it like the frost metallic. It's just a sort of slightly bluey dark grey, like against my t-shirt.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Just completely flat color, no fuss, no frills there. Yeah, really cool. Now, one thing to point out with these as to where they sit in the series of Fender stuff. So we didn't realize at first. So obviously before you had like the American performer, and then you jumped up to the American Pro. That's a branding that I never got on board with because it almost sounded like if you wanted the performer that Fender was saying, well, you're not professional unless you buy the more expensive model. So that was a branding I never got on board with. But they have discontinued, as far as we're aware, the American performers, which obviously had the bigger headstocks, the bigger frets.
And were cheaper. They were around like the original.
Under £1,000.
Well, they were, and then they were about 1,100 quid recently, but yeah.
Yeah. So now the cheapest entry point, as far as we're aware, is these, which have come out at $1,499.
Yeah.
So 1,500 quid if you want to jump on the American Fender bandwagon.
Which I think is a lot to get into the American market of Fender. That is a lot. That's a lot, really. It's nice when they had something around the £1,000 mark.
I guess if you're pricing it, and it's a different ball game, I guess, like set neck versus bottleneck and all that. But I guess if you're pricing it around Les Paul Studio, that kind of entry price point for a new Gibson, and
this is
PRS S2.
This is more than Gibson. You know, you can get a new Les Paul Studio for quite often like $1,299 new.
Yeah, on sale. They're around the kind of like ballpark, I guess, entry level American for these days, but it's still a lot of money. Like if you want an American guitar and you want to pay brand new money, then you're looking at around 1,500 quid. I guess the some of the discontinued Paul Reed Smith S2s are maybe a little bit less, but a new S2 for like their new range is like 1,100 quid, maybe more. So
the good bit of potential for these is the fact that they've come out for 1,500 quid. For people who are, you know, really into their guitars and chopping and changing a bit and trying new stuff, you know, that does mean these are probably going to be hitting the second-hand market next year at around £1,000, which means like these pickups are insanely good. They are really, really good. They are better than any pickups in a Pro 2 I've played, and I like the Pro 2 pickups. But these are closer to like a custom shop-esque vibe. Yeah, they've got the touch sensitivity of it. You can just tell. They got all that top end. They're just so dynamic. They really are good pickups.
And I've just switched back to my gainiest tone. It doesn't muddy up. It stays nice and clear. I don't know if there's a treble bleed in there, but it's not getting muddy when you turn the volume down and stuff. So that is really cool. I think they've got the grease bucket tone circuit in there as well. So you turn the tone all the way up and it just kind of knocks it out the circuit. Really cool.
They are really cool guitars. I think, you know, we've had a few little QC niggles, I would say, but to be honest, that seems to just be our luck with Fender across the board, right?
Yeah, that is, it is sadly becoming a thing in this day and age, which, like, it is a niggle for me, especially, like, as you saw at the beginning, like, I'm in tune, but if you play this normally, like, you've got to be really light, because if you play it normally, you're nearly half a step out. At £1,500, you shouldn't be having to get these out and like
have some tech work.
Most people aren't gonna like want to polish frets and all that kind of stuff and like get fret files, like nut files and stuff. Like that is a specialist job for some people. Which you're looking for a professional luthier to start like fettling nuts and all that kind of stuff. You're looking at like £70 to £100. So you shouldn't be paying 1,500 quid and then paying someone an extra 70 quid to actually make it a gig-worthy instrument not sounding out of tune on stage.
With that said, if you buy from someone like Peach Guitars, who checks all the guitars and do setups and bits like that, you probably wouldn't encounter those issues as frequently.
Yeah.
But, you know, it just depends, doesn't it? That is, unfortunately, the nature of online shopping now, really, versus like actually going into a shop and being able to play it and be like, well, is this the one for me or not?
We are blessed to have Wonder Tech G here, who will go through these and make sure that they play as best as they can before someone wins them.
Yeah.
And
I think they're really exciting guitars. I think they are really good. They, you know, I don't know. I'm interested to hear people's opinions. So please do drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Whether you've had a chance to play one, or whether you're just going through a few reviews. It'd be really interesting to get some opinions on what people think of it. I mean, I wasn't sure what to think, and now playing it, I'm like, it is a really good guitar. I can't deny that. It is decent.
I think it has been missing, like from Fender anyway, it has been missing from the market. This is like, if you, like obviously the second-hand market these days is saturated with old American standard instruments. But if you want a brand new instrument, then you were looking at getting like an American vintage reissue or whatever they call them these days, or anything like that, for something like, so the American,
and they're expensive.
Yeah, the American Pro 2s and stuff, you've got like S1 switching, noiseless pickups, and ultra access hills and compound radiuses and all that kind of stuff that a traditional Strat player might not want. No. They just might want a bog standard Strat, bog standard Tele. Don't want to suddenly find, oh, I didn't realize it had a push-pull pot on here. What does that do?
Yeah.
Oh, it stopped making noise. Let me whip the thing out. Oh, it's got like 10,000 wires in there. And where did that battery come? Like all that kind of stuff has been missing from like just a great, I keep saying it, but bog standard American Fender. So this, for me, just brings back what was missing from the Fender market. I am a big fan that they've done this.
Me too, man. Me too. Well, listen, guys, thanks so much for sticking around and checking this out. If you guys have got any questions, opinions, any ideas on these guitars, please do drop them in the comments, and make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you back here for the next one.
Cool. Catch you later, guys.
Laters.